Okay, so today I'm going to show you something scarier than a horror movie. Scarier than my credit score. Scarier than the IRS calling. You on a Friday at 4:59 p.m. I'm going to show you what happens when you wait. See these four guys? This is me, Bill. At 25, Bill at 35, Bill at 45, Bill at 55, same guy. Same dreams, same $1,000 to invest, but completely different endings. And I'm warning you right now, if you're in your 20s, and you're watching this on the toilet instead of opening a retirement account, you're about to get real uncomfortable because I'm about to put these four versions of myself in a financial Hunger Games, and spoiler alert, young Bill is going to destroy old Bill so badly it'll make you want to call your mom and apologize for being born late. Let's go. So here's the experiment. Four versions of me. Four different starting ages. Same exact investment, $1,000, just sitting there. We're not adding more money every month. We're not doing anything fancy. We're just letting it sit in an index fund with an average 8% annual return, which is pretty standard for the S&P 500 over the long haul. And we're all going to retire at 65. That's the finish line. Now, before we get into the math, let me introduce you to the contestants. Bill at 25, this guy, he's got time. He's got energy. He's got hair. He's probably hungover right now, but he's got 40 years until retirement. He thinks $1,000 is nothing. He's like, I'll make that back next month flipping NFTs. He's an idiot, but he's an idiot with time. Bill at 35, this Bill just woke up. He's married now, got a kid, got a mortgage, got a Costco membership. He uses way too much. He's got 30 years till retirement. He's starting to panic a little, but he's like, 30 years? That's still a long time, right? Right? Bill at 45. Oh boy. This Bill, he just realized he's closer to death than to his high school graduation. He's got 20 years. He's sweating. He's Googling things like, is it too late to start investing at 45? And the internet is like, technically no, but yikes. He's drinking heavily. Bill at 55. This guy's done. He's got 10 years. 10. He's looking at his bank account, looking at retirement calculators, and then looking at Indeed.com for jobs that hire 80-year-olds. He's not sleeping anymore. He's just lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, wondering where it all went wrong. All right, let's see what happens. Okay, so we take $1,000. We invest it. We let compound interest do its thing. And here's what happens. Bill at 25 puts in $1,000, walks away, doesn't touch it, doesn't even look at it, just lets it cook for 40 years at 8% annual return. You know what that $1,000 becomes? $21,724. $21,724. From 1,000, that's a 2,072% return. That's not a typo. That's not a scam. That's just time. That's compound interest saying, hey kid, thanks for showing up early. Here's 20 grand. Now let's look at Bill at 35, same $1,000, same 8% return, but he only gets 30 years. Final amount, $10,062. $10,000, still pretty good, right? I mean, you turned $1,000 into $10,000. That's a 906% return. Not bad. But wait, you see what just happened? Bill at 25 made $21,724. Bill at 35 made $10,062. That's a difference of $11,662. You waited 10 years. You lost $11,000. You didn't do anything wrong. You just waited. You just existed for 10 extra years before. You started, and the universe said, cool, that'll be 11 grand, please. Okay, now Bill at 45, he's got 20 years. He puts in the same $1,000. Let's see what happens. Final amount, $4,660. $4,660. Now, that's still not terrible, right? I mean, you quadrupled your money. That's a 366% return. You take that, right? But look at the difference. Bill at 25 made $21,724. Bill at 45 made $4,660. That's a $17,000 difference. You waited 20 years and you lost $17,000. Do you understand what I'm saying? You did nothing wrong. You didn't gamble. You didn't buy a timeshare. You just waited. You just lived your life. And the market looked at you and said, yeah, that's going to cost you 17 grand. And now the final contestant, the saddest man in America, Bill at 55. He's got 10 years till retirement. He scrapes together $1,000. He's like, okay, it's not too late. Dave Ramsey said it's never too late. I can do this. He invests the $1,000. He waits 10 years. Final amount, $2,158. $2,158. Now, I want you to sit with that for a second. Bill at 25 made $21,724. Bill at 55 made $2,158. Same investment, same amount. $1,000. But Bill at 55 made 10 times less than Bill at 25. 10 times less. Not because he was dumb, not because he picked bad stocks, not because the economy crashed, just because he waited. You see what I'm saying? You see this? This is why your parents are mad at you. This is why every financial advisor on YouTube is screaming, start early, like a deranged parrot. Because compound interest is not fair. It is not logical. It is not even nice. Compound interest is a time machine, but it only works in one direction. You can't go back. You can't hit undo. You can't call your 25-year-old self and be like, hey man, I know you're about to spend that $1,000 on a jet ski, rental, and a tattoo you'll regret, but maybe open a Roth IRA. Instead, no, you're stuck. You're locked in, and every year you wait, you're not just losing money, you're losing exponential money. You're losing money that makes money. You're losing the children of your money, the grandchildren of your money. It's like showing up to a party at midnight when everyone already left. You didn't do anything wrong. You just got there late. But now you're standing in an empty room with a bag of chips nobody wants, wondering why you're alone. Let me explain compound interest in a way that'll make sense. Imagine you're at a bar. You buy a round of drinks for your friends, one beer. That's your $1,000. Now every year, that beer has a baby beer. That baby beer grows up and has its own baby beer, and those baby beers have baby beers. And 40 years later, you don't have one beer, you have a brewery, but if you wait 20 years to buy that first beer, you still get baby beers, but you only get 20 years worth. You missed out on 20 generations of beer babies. And now you're sitting there with a six-pack while your friend who started early has a warehouse full of beer. That's compound interest. It's not about being smarter. It's about showing up early to the beer factory. Now, I know what you're thinking. Bill, this is depressing. Why are you doing this to me? I'm 35. I'm 45. I'm 55. It's too late for me. I'm cooked. I'm done. I'm going to die poor and my kids are going to have to weekend at Bernie's me to my own funeral because they can't afford a casket. And look, I get it, but let's be real for a second. Why didn't we start at 25? Was it because we didn't know about investing? No. Every single adult in our lives told us. Our parents told us. Our high school economics teacher told us. That one weird uncle at Thanksgiving who only talks about Bitcoin told us. So why didn't we listen? I'll tell you why. Because at 25, we're idiots. At 25, I thought I was invincible. I thought I had time. I thought, retirement? That's 40 years away. I'll deal with that later. Right now, I gotta buy a sound system for my car. That costs more than the car. I thought compound interest was a scam. I thought it was something boomers made up to trick us into not having fun. I was wrong. I was so wrong. I was wronger than people who bought Blockbuster stock in 2009, but you know what? It's not just our fault. Let's talk about the system for a second, because nobody teaches us this stuff. You know, what they taught me in high school. The Pythagorean theorem, you know? How many times I've used the Pythagorean theorem as an adult? 0. Never, not once. But you know what I use every single day? Money. You know what I wish they taught me? How compound interest works. How credit cards will destroy you. How a 401k is not a sci-fi robot. But no, instead I learned how to dissect a frog. Great, real useful. Thanks, public education. I can't afford groceries, but at least I know what a frog's liver looks like. And don't even get me started on the financial advice we get. You ever notice that every financial guru is like, just skip the latte. Stop buying avocado toast. Cancel your Netflix. Oh, okay. Let me just cancel my $15 Netflix subscription. That'll fix the fact that I'm $50,000 in 오래된 student loan debt and rent costs more than a kidney transplant. I skipped the latte, Dave. I skipped lunch too. I'm still broke, but now I'm hungry and tired. You can't latte your way into wealth. You can't avocado toast your way out of poverty. The math doesn't work. You know what does work? Starting early. That's it. That's the Secret. It's not sexy. It's not a hack. It's just time. All right. Enough yelling. Let's fix this. If you're watching this and you're 25, congratulations. You won the lottery. You have time. You have the single most valuable asset in investing, and it's free. So here's what you do. Step 1, open a Roth IRA or a 401k today. Not tomorrow. Today. I don't care if you only have $50. I don't care if you have to skip one dinner out. Do it, because that $50 at age 25 will be worth $1,086 at age 65. That's a 2,072% return. You can't get that anywhere else. Not in real estate. Not in crypto. Not in your buddy's totally legit business idea. Step 2, automate it. Set it and forget it. Make it so you don't even see the money. Have it taken out of your paycheck before it hits your account. Because if you see it, you'll spend it. I know you. You'll spend it on DoorDash and those weird Japanese snacks you don't even like but bought because the package looked cool. Step 3, invest in boring stuff. Index funds, S&P 500, target date retirement funds. Boring. I'm talking watching paint dry. Boring. DMV, waiting room. Boring. Because boring is safe. Boring is consistent. Boring makes you rich. Now, if you're 35, 45, or 55, it's not too late. It's harder, yes. You missed out on some compound interest magic, yes. But you can still do something. Step 1, start now. Not Monday. Not next month, now. Every year you wait costs you thousands of dollars. We just saw that. So stop waiting for the perfect time. There is no perfect time. The perfect time was 10 years ago. The second best time is right now. Step 2, invest more. You don't have as much time, so you got to make up for it with volume. If you're 50, you can't just throw in $1,000 and hope for the best. You got to be aggressive. Max out that 401k. Max out that IRA. Live like you're broke now, so you don't have to be broke later. Step 3, stop buying stuff you don't need. I'm serious. Look around your house. How much stuff you have that you bought, used once, and forgot about. That treadmill that's now a coat rack? That bread maker you used twice? That gym membership you haven't used since Obama was president? Every dollar you spend on junk is a dollar that could be making baby dollars in an index fund. So stop. Just stop. Step 4, get a side hustle. I hate saying this because I'm tired. I don't want a side hustle. I want to come home, eat a sandwich, and watch TV. But if you're behind on retirement, you got to move. Drive for Uber. Sell stuff on eBay. Freelance. Do something to get extra money to throw into that retirement account. Step 5, accept that you're going to have to work longer. Look, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. If you're 55 and you're just starting, you're probably not retiring at 65. You're probably working till 70, maybe 75, and that sucks. I know it sucks, but it's reality. So start planning for that now instead of being surprised when you're 64 and realize you can't afford to quit. So that's it. That's the timeline of regret. Bill at 25 made $21,724. Bill at 55 made $2,158. Same guy, same $1,000. Different timing. And the lesson? Time is your greatest asset. Not money, not connections. Not some secret stock tip your cousin's friend's dog walker told you. About time. You can't buy it. You can't borrow it. You can't get it back. And every day you wait is a day you're choosing to be poorer in the future. So if you're young, start. If you're older, start anyway. Because the only thing worse than starting. Late is never starting at all. Peace.